It is the tag team edition of Weather for Weather Geeks. Mike Joyce is here. It's been a long time since we've done one of these.
Mid-May, I think.
Yeah,
long time. Yeah.
yeah. It's been vacation season around these parts, and so I've had time off. Jess had time off. You had time off. Now we're all here, and we're getting ramped up, getting set for maybe a busy afternoon across parts of Eastern Ohio and Pennsylvania. You know, Mike, we've had a couple of cells around so far today, but they've been really nothing to write home about.
Right.
I heard one clap of thunder on my way in at about 1:30. Now we've got a couple of kind of oval-shaped areas here. What these are called mesoscale convective discussions put out by the Storm Prediction Center. It's basically a heads-up, an early heads-up. Hey, we're looking at this place, this location for possibly issuing a severe thunderstorm watch. Now the one that covers central Ohio, and basically I-70, only a 20% chance of them actually issuing a watch out of that. So they're not real impressed down there. But about 10 minutes ago, they put out a discussion that includes Youngstown and points east, heading over to Pennsylvania and New York, and an 80% chance of a severe thunderstorm watch in that area. So it looks like we're probably going to see a severe thunderstorm watch this afternoon. Mike, you and I were talking before we hit record here. We're actually a little more impressed with tomorrow's severe weather potential.
Right.
But this afternoon, what do you think? Some hail, maybe some wind in any of these?
I think so, yeah. We do. I think hail, damaging winds would probably be the primary threats. There's an extremely small tornado risk. I was looking at a few charts, and there was actually a bullseye of the highest potential for that just over Columbiana County.
Oh, interesting.
But I think you got to have a lot of things to come together,
Yeah.
and I think even with that bullseye, I still think the chance is very low.
Yeah, exactly. What I like to say on days like this is the chance is not zero.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a sunny day where the chance of a tornado is zero, but it's very low to the point that we don't want to emphasize that too much. We do want to emphasize that any storm this afternoon could have a tropical downpour, and in the worst scenarios, we could see some wind gusts close to 60 miles per hour and hail perhaps up to an inch in diameter. We've seen none of that so far, but we're going to be keeping a close eye on things. Here's the National Weather Service outlook, the Storm Prediction Center outlook for this afternoon. They actually have a higher chance of severe weather. I showed you that mesoscale discussion, how it extends east, and the overall highest threat is indeed east of us, from roughly Williamsport and State College and maybe Bradford, PA, up through the southern tier of New York and into the Hudson Valley. 30% chance of any type of severe weather within 25 miles of any spot in that red area. We're in the 15% area here, and then there's another 30% area out across the Plain States. So we're going to be keeping an eye on things. Here's what the radar looks like as we're recording this at 2:26 p.m. A couple of cells down in Columbiana. Really not even any lightning with that, it looks like. Yeah, the lightning tracker is on, so no lightning in Columbiana. There's some lightning out towards Mansfield, but no severe weather as we speak right at the moment. Let me take off some of this. Let's bring up the current CAPE values, convective available potential energy. And kind of a measure of instability. And you notice, Mike, the hotter colors out to the west, certainly. But we do have some CAPE here. You see these blues and greens. We're up over 1,000 joules per kilogram in some spots. And as you know, that's not tremendously unstable, but it's enough to certainly produce some thunderstorms.
Right.
And so the atmosphere is getting primed. You notice it is more humid out there today. Check out the dew point values. Let's show you those. Dew points are up in the upper 60s. When I was on the air on Friday, I was remarking how just unbelievable for the 4th of July. We had dew points in the 40s.
I know, it was
on the 4th of July. That's really something. So that was a few days ago. Now things are changing, and so we've got a warm atmosphere. We got a moist atmosphere. Now we need something to kind of lift this air, and we do have a weak front approaching from the west this afternoon. You can kind of pick it out here. Kind of a kink in the isobars right in here. There is a weak boundary in there. The air on either side of it is not tremendously different. Let me bring up those dew points again. Notice the dew points do drop back into the lower 60s behind it, but it's not a real refreshing Canadian air mass. So there's a boundary, a lifting mechanism, and so the ingredients are there for some severe weather, but it doesn't look like a super high chance. We mentioned tomorrow actually may bring a somewhat higher chance. This is the outlook for tomorrow, according to the Storm Prediction Center. We're in the 30% area now tomorrow throughout a lot of the WFMJ viewing area. You notice that the heart of that area is actually southeast of us, including Pittsburgh. So, overall, the zone that may be most concerning tomorrow is kind of down in here. But certainly tomorrow could turn pretty active again, and the reason for that is we've got another cold front heading our way. Here's tomorrow at 2 p.m. Got low pressure over Lake Huron and a cold front. And this just looks to me, Mike, like a stronger front, a stronger trough, a deeper trough. There's more dynamics in the atmosphere, and that's why the overall threat for severe weather may be higher tomorrow. Afternoon, you're thinking?
We're thinking probably mid-afternoon. Getting into the early evening is probably the timing. The front will come through later, and we'll notice a big difference on Wednesday.
Yeah, the air mass behind this next front is noticeably different. And so here's tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. There's a lot going on here, a lot of colors, but basically what you're seeing here is the model printing out scattered showers and storms with perhaps a zone of heaviest precipitation in here. But this is just one run of one model. We don't want to focus too much on that. So that's tomorrow. I want to back up real quickly and talk about the rest of the day today, kind of break it down hour by hour here. We'll bring up the high-resolution rapid refresh model, real high-resolution model that's run every hour. Sometimes it does well, sometimes it does really well, and then sometimes, as Mike and I have joked about, it leads us astray, and we trust it a little too much, and so it's a little bit of a tricky proposition. This is the predicted radar on this model at 3 p.m. This is probably a little overdone considering what's on the radar right now, and this is only a half an hour from now. So we're going to take that with a little bit of a grain of salt. It's probably overdoing things right off the bat. And then here's 4 o'clock. 5 o'clock. You'll notice overall, even though the model may not have the right idea in terms of the number of storms, that the most active area is probably east of us, kind of in that heart of that 30% area we showed you. So, the farther east on I-80 you head into Pennsylvania, probably you'll see an increased chance of some big storms and severe weather. Here's, let's see, this would be 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. And then 8 o'clock right before sunset. The bottom line here is, we're seeing scattered showers and storms on the model, but, I don't see anything on the latest run of this that really sets my hair on fire in terms of severe weather, scattered showers and storms. But I guess I'm thinking, even though they're probably going to issue a watch box, that severe weather this afternoon, fairly isolated. Most of these will be pretty garden variety storms, but a few of them could get a little bit frisky. All right, so that's the rest of the afternoon. We talked about tomorrow, better chance, and then Mike, you mentioned Wednesday, refreshing air mass coming behind this. By Wednesday afternoon, our front's out here. Some green blobs showing up here on the radar, or on the model, that is, for Wednesday afternoon. I suppose there might be some sort of a stray shower on the backside of this and somewhat unstable air, but not a lot of rain. Looks like on Wednesday, the dew points will be coming down. Best part of the week is likely the end of the week. Here's Thursday, high pressure almost right overhead, right here. Should be a beautiful day Thursday, humidity a non-story. And then here's Friday. Should be another winter that day. The high is slipping east, so we're going to start to get into kind of a return flow on the backside of that. It'll start to warm back up, a little more humid as we head into the weekend. Now, this is just the GFS model. It doesn't bring anything yet on Saturday. Our current forecast has a 20% chance or something Saturday.
Right. Yeah. Small chance for Saturday, just because it will be getting more humid. So.
Yeah. So we'll see what the other models have to say this afternoon. And according to the latest GFS, maybe Sunday brings a somewhat better chance to get wet. I hope not, because I'm playing golf. But scattered showers and storms, perhaps, as we wrap up the weekend. And we're coming up on 9 minutes, so let's make this quick. Quick look at the long-range temperature trend. Latest GFS ensemble model. A little below average with that refreshing air mass coming midweek. And then we bump up, a little above average with that warming trend towards the weekend. Latest run of the GFS, no heat waves in sight. That's for sure. We're probably going to spend a lot of times with highs in the upper 70s and 80s, but we haven't hit 90 yet.
No.
We came close. We had 89 one day. But heat wave is 3 consecutive 90-degree days, and we don't see that coming anytime soon. We've have the Trumbull County Fair starting tomorrow. Concerned about severe weather possibly for that, but it looks real comfortable for the fair after that. For the end of the week, they should have some great weather. We'll have an update on that fair forecast coming up tonight. So that's Monday's weather for Weather Geeks. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Mike's forecasts on the weekend, and be sure to follow him on Facebook and on Twitter as well. Put meteorologist in front of his name to find him on Facebook, and we both will keep you updated on what's going on the radar and the possibility of severe weather on social media and online. If we need to launch a streaming video on the website this evening and on your app, we will do that. We'll just see how busy it gets. But in the meantime, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.